the B word. Let's talk about it. Hello, lovely brides, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lauren, wedding planner and owner of Bluebird Creative. I bring you a weekly dose of wedding planning goodness for the stylish bride. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, and you'll be notified every Tuesday when I drop a new video. Okay, so today we are talking budget. Nobody likes talking budget. We're going to do it. We're going to jump in, and I'm giving you stuff today that nobody tells you, but you're worth it. So come on, the end of this video, you're going to know how to break your budget down. Let's go. Okay, I'm talking about it because without a budget, you're going to fail. Okay, that's a bit harsh. You're not going to fail, but it's going to be blooming stressful. You need a budget. You need to know how much money you have to start with, and you need to know how much to actually put aside for each area of the wedding. You can tweak it as you go, but unless you know how much you've actually allocated for each area, you're literally just planning blind. First things first with the budget, we've talked about it before, you need to work out who's paying and how much you have. I'm going to link a video up here where we talk a little bit more about who's paying and the traditions behind that. And yeah, you kind of need to know how much you've got. So you need to sit down and do that first before you can move on to the next bit. Once you've sussed out who's paying, how much you've got, whether you've got to save, how long you need to save for to hit the desired budget you want, then we can move on to the next step. Check out my first 4 steps to wedding planning, which includes a little bit of info about budget. Now we move on to the spreadsheet. It's my favourite thing. That and styling, that and tables, that and styling tables. Spreadsheets, styling tables. I'm very strange. Wedding planning, just like literally the stars aligned, clearly. Right, do not, whatever you do not miss this step. This is crucial. I have a 6-tab spreadsheet that I use for budgeting, scheduling payments, what suppliers, how much we're spending towards each supplier, who's sitting where, guest RSVPs, loads of stuff in it. So you really need to create a spreadsheet that is going to work for you. If you don't want to spend time staring at the squares in Excel, you can have mine. Now, this next bit of info is usually, it seems to be a bit of a secret. I don't know why, and I'm giving it to you because it doesn't need to be a secret. And you don't know what you're doing otherwise without it. I didn't know what I was doing. I had to work it out. And I don't want you to have to do that. So I'm giving it to you. Okay, so this is a rough guide on how to split your budget up and allocate towards different suppliers. Now, I'm just going to state a little disclaimer here, a rough guide. Rough guide. You do you. Okay? So if you want to spend more on a photographer, spend more. Just make sure you adjust the rest of the budget so that it still matches up to your total budget. If you want to spend less on a caterer and you found a caterer that can do that for you, then you've got a little bit more to spend somewhere else. Rough guide. Okay? I'm going to talk in percentages, so I hope you're going to stay with me. This is my rough guide with percentages for each supplier. Venue and catering, you want to put roughly 45% towards that as a whole. Ceremony, you want to put around 3% of your budget towards ceremony. My voice is going. 2% on cake. You can put about 7% towards your entertainment, and that will cover all your entertainment throughout the day. So music for the ceremony, drinks reception, wedding breakfast, evening. You want to put about 5% towards your florist and another 5% towards your photographer, and the same again for your videographer. The wedding dress and the suits total about 8%. Think about 3% towards stationery. So that will include all your stationery, not just your invites and the save dates and RSVPs. Do not get confused with that. That's going to include table plan, menus, place names, table names. 1% towards hair and makeup, 2% towards transportation. If you are getting married in the same place as you're having your wedding reception, you don't have to have transportation. So you could knock that one off and add that 2% somewhere else. You want to go about 4% for styling. You don't have to add decorative bits. I'm always going to add that in. I'm a style-led wedding planner. I love the details. I love adding personality in a wedding. So 4%. And then if you decide to have a wedding planner, that's 10% of your budget. If you don't want to have a wedding planner, that's another 10% to throw everywhere else. But definitely consider, you might want a wedding planner to help you without the whole process. You might want a wedding planner to help you just on the day. 10% wouldn't cover a wedding planner to help you plan the full process of your wedding, but it would go towards them helping coordinate the day or doing a partial plan. So by using this system, you can suss out how much money you can actually allocate towards each supplier. So if you've got a 20 grand budget, you know that catering and venue is 9 grand. And you can then work out everything else. Once you start contacting suppliers and finding out how much stuff is, you can work out how much you can afford for each supplier, and you can work out which suppliers to actually approach. To stay on top of your budget throughout the whole planning process, make sure you plug everything into your spreadsheet. So put those percentages in, and then as you approach suppliers and get prices and quotes, adjust it, put that into the budget, and then use a payment spreadsheet and a schedule to work out who needs paying what and when. Then you won't lose track of what is going on, because it does get a little bit hectic at some points. Okay, brides, are you ready to smash past those budgeting nightmares? I hope so. I hope that's helped. There doesn't seem to be much out there, so I really hope that that has given you the information that you need, and that you can literally walk away from this video and go, I've got this. If you liked this video, give us a like. Don't forget to comment in the box below and let me know how you found it and how your budgeting is going. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week for more wedding planning goodness.